What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the fourth episode of the Ball NBA show. I don't got a lot to say today. Make sure you guys just hit the like button, subscribe, turn on my bell, and send this to a friend. We got a message at the end of the video, so when you send it to the friend, or if you're a friend watching this, the person that sent you this got a little message for you. So be sure to tune in. Don't skip to the end. I know you about to do it, but don't do it. And yeah, bro, I just realized I got a zit here, man. I'm so insecure. Let's roll the intro.
I got money coming. I got hundreds on me. Keep them ops running. I just smoke out. You can keep it coming.
Okay, let's get into these rookie ceilings and floors. I think I'm gonna hit it from the back to start. Let's start off with Zyree Williams. Roll the graphic. Okay, so Zyree Williams was drafted. Everyone kind of knew he was going to be a project type of player. That's why I think his ceiling is Giannis. Let me preface this by saying that these ceilings are obviously going to be super high and these floors are going to be super low for most of these players because it's a legit ceiling and floor. Not like what these other YouTubers do where like they do like an average. Like I'm going to reach hard here, right? But I think Zyree Williams' ceiling is Giannis because he's got that defensive versatility that we do see Giannis have. I think his jump shot at this point is more developed than what Giannis's was in his rookie year. But other than that, like I could see it. This is how Giannis looked when he was drafted, and he put on more muscle. And then obviously the floor, Caboclo, any project player really. I think of Caboclo because Caboclo always that guy that like everyone had a lot of high faith in, and just like not everyone, I'm not gonna say everyone, but Caboclo had a lot of strong believers, and he just didn't turn out to be what he was supposed to be. So that was the number 10th pick. The number 9th pick is Donovan Mitchell. So roll the graphic. Donovan Mitchell's ceiling to me is Gary Payton, and his floor is Marcus Smart. Let's just go into the Gary Payton comparison. I think this one's pretty obvious. Gary Payton's known to be the greatest perimeter guard defender of all time. People could argue Mike. If you put Kawhi there, I guess Kawhi as well. But like that's kind of Gary Payton, and Donovan Mitchell has that perimeter defense. Not really much. I think developing offensively, Gary Payton was a much better offensive player, but I think he already right now has proven he's a solid playmaker, good defender. His offense is really inconsistent, but it's there. And then his floor, I got Marcus Smart. I'm high on Donovan Mitchell. So I think like a Marcus Smart floor is pretty high for a player. That's like a second team all defense, at least in his career. Someone told me Pat Bev. I just don't see him yapping like Pat Bev. But off night definitely is a beast defensively like Marcus Smart. But I just wanted to say really quick, I'm not one of those people that doesn't think Pat Bev's a good defender. I really am team Pat Bev defensively, but that's besides the point. Next up, we've got Franz Wagner from Michigan, drafted to Orlando Magic at the 8th pick. This is a tough one. I think Franz Wagner was drafted as a player with a really high floor, but I also think like there's players with higher floors than him that were drafted around where he is. So floor, I got Otto Porter. I just think he's going to be able to hit shots. And then ceiling, Danny Granger. That's more of if he could develop shot creation for himself, he could develop being able to create shots more, then I could see him turning into a Danny Granger type of player. But right now, I think he's going to end up Otto Porter already. Clip it, whatever. I might be a little disrespectful to say that early, but fuck it. Next up at number, what pick was he? At the 7th pick, we've got the cum bucket, Jonathan Kuminga. For ceiling, I got prime Rashard Lewis. You guys might not know about Rashard Lewis, but Rashard Lewis was a bucket. He was like KD light before KD was in the NBA. I like Rashard Lewis a lot. And then floor, Jared Jeffries, another player you guys probably don't know, just a stretch player. I don't know. Kaminga's a question mark to me. He could be fucking KD for all we know, but I think Rashard Lewis is a more realistic ceiling. I don't got a lot to say about him. Moses Moody's looked really good. But I just don't know what I like. I don't know how to break down Kaminga's game just yet. Next up at the 10, 9, 8, 7th pick, the Oklahoma City Thunder selected Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, to me, ceiling, Luka, whatever, say, oh, it's a foreign white guy, so compare him to Luka. Fuck you, dude. Like, I like the Luka comparison. I think he has, like, a really unique play style. Not a lot of players in the NBA have a similar play style to Giddey, and that's why I like him. And then his floor to me is, like, Will Barton. Like, I see Will Barton in his game. He is really, like, I don't know. I just really do think his game's, like, unique, you know? So, like, Will Barton's, like, his scoring style. Obviously, he's probably a better playmaker already than Will Barton. But I think Will Barton, like, level is his floor. Next up, at the 6th pick, the Orlando Magic selected Jalen Suggs. For his ceiling, I've got prime John Wall. Man, if John Wall didn't get hurt, we'd still be, like, looking at the Wizards like there's some dogs. But John Wall was a unit, healthy. Like, he'll give you a good 24 and 11. Not the best three-point shooter, but at first I had D Rose. I think John Wall is a little bit more accurate just because the playmaking. I think D Rose is a better scorer, but Jalen Suggs seems more of like an IQ type of player. And then Suggs' floor, I've got Emmanuel Mudiay. If you guys didn't watch like 2012 to 15, you wouldn't really know about Mudiay, which is fine. Mudiay was like a cool bucket. Nothing crazy. He was like one of those players where like he was just like a good player on a terrible team. Like right when they got rid of Ty Lawson, that's when Mudiay kind of shined out. And I liked him, but at the same time, I don't think like Mudiay floor means he could be out of the league. Which I don't think that's gonna happen again. These are all reaches, but that's the floor for Suggs to me. At the 4th pick, we got Scotty Barnes. I see like his ceiling could be Anthony Davis in a player that could defend all 5 positions, score on the perimeter, score on the inside, handle the ball. Like I see a lot of that with him. And then floor Wiggins. Again, like I'm talking Wiggins right now. I see that as a floor. Like just being able to defend all positions, not at Anthony Davis level. Do everything not at an Anthony Davis level, obviously. Yeah, I think that one. I like that one a lot. That comparison. So I might post that on Twitter. You guys might be seeing it before the video drops, but yeah, I think that one's interesting. Next up at the 3rd pick, we got Evan Mobley. Call me reaching, man. I think Mobley's ceiling is Hakeem for reasons like he's got a smooth jump shot. I mean, I know Hakeem wasn't a three-point shooter, but you could imagine the modern NBA, Hakeem would be taking some threes because he's one of the better mid-range centers of all time, or especially that era. Defensively, we've seen what Mobley could do. Mobley could be an all-defensive player this year. I'm voting him over Gobert. He's versatile. He gets buckets. Hakeem obviously thrived off like footwork, and that's gonna need to develop for Mobley. But everything else really is there, not at Hakeem level, but like every aspect of skill set is there. And then there's Floors Gafford, just a player who could defend positions, catch lobs, like that. That's kind of it. With the 2nd pick, the Rockets selected Jalen Green. The ceiling for Jalen Green is Tracy McGrady, just a straight bucket. Floor Jordan Clarkson. There's not a lot of explaining I feel like I got to do with that one. I don't know an accurate ceiling for Jalen Green. I think T-Mac's kind of a weird one just because, like, Jalen Green's kind of short, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's 6'4". T-Mac was 6'7". I don't know an accurate... Like, Jalen Green was really tough. Yeah, Jalen Green is... Oh, he's 6'6". Never mind, I'm tripping. Yeah, so I like T-Mac. And then last but not least, this one might ruffle some feathers, but Cade Cunningham, I've got his ceiling as Grant Hill, and his floor is Cam Reddish. I just think he's a bucket. I think that's what it is right now. I don't think, even though Cade is technically a point guard, I don't think anyone should be looking at Cade as some elite playmaker yet, at least. I see him as a bucket getter, and I think Grant Hill is a similar play style. I read it somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I did read that somewhere. And I like it a lot. I like the Grant Hill comparison. And then floor Cam Reddish, just another bucket. Yeah, that's all I got for the rookie ceilings and floor. Let me know about your team's rookie, even if he wasn't on this list, what his ceiling and floor is. For NBA games this week, let's take a look at the NBA action. There's not a lot of games to cover this week. This week was pretty boring, basketball games-wise, if you really think about it. The only 3 games we're going to talk about are 3 Laker games. To start off, today, whatever the fuck today is, the 27th, the Lakers blew a 26-point lead to my OKC Thunder. Yippee, yay, whatever. The Lakers lose to the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander busted them boys' ass. Westbrook got into a fight. He was telling Darius Bazley, I got a quadruple-double, man. I got a quadruple-double, man. Yeah, you had 10 turnovers, my boy. We whooped your ass. Simple. Fuck Westbrook. Thunder up, baby. Next game, Lakers go to overtime against the Spurs. I promise this ain't a Lake show, but this is Westbrook and AD's best games as Lakers in this overtime game. They both went off. Shout out Jakob Poeltl. Great game from him. And finally, the Lakers beat the Grizzlies in a nail-biter by 3 points. That was a great game. Ja Morant, I think that after that game, people were pushing the Ja Morant most improved player, Ja Morant most valuable player narrative, and I agree. I don't got a lot of games to talk about. I didn't get to watch a lot of games, so I'm not going to BS and give you guys breakdowns of games I didn't watch because I have a 9 to 5. But that's what I saw this week. And yeah. Alright, boys. Whoa, my eyes are so red, bro. It's so late at night. Let's take a look at this week's Team of the Week, sponsored by a small creator. This week's small creator is one of my dearest YouTube Twitter friends by the name of Heendooo. It's spelled Heendooo, but y'all know, I pronounce it Heendooo. Me and Heendooo and Phil and maybe Ethan got a weekly NBA show. We do every week. So if you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/daddylittle you'll be able to catch this every week. But Heendooo got his own content. He's a Timberwolves fan, so he likes to do breakdowns of Timberwolves games. But he also covers the whole NBA. Let's look at a little clip of one of his videos.
Now let's get started. So 8 months ago, when I was just starting off my YouTube channel, I made a video where I said Jaden McDaniels was going to be the steal of the 2020 NBA draft, and I'm sticking true to my word. I said in that video that he was going to be the next Kevin Durant. I'm taking that back. I'm not saying he's going to be Kevin Durant, but he sure plays a hell of a lot like Kevin Durant, and he does have some great potential, and I think he does have all-star upside. Now let me tell you why. As a Timberwolves fan, I watched every single game this season except a few, and in those games I'm going to tell you what happened. Jaden McDaniels showed a lot of potential of what he can do on the floor. This guy for the Timberwolves is not going to be expected to be a scorer, which is one of the main reasons he only averaged 6.8 points per game last season. But what this guy's mainly here to do this upcoming season for the Timberwolves is going to be playing defense. I believe this guy alongside Patrick Beverley is going to be one of the main guys on the defensive end that's going to anchor this team, and hopefully he's going to make a big impact on that end of the floor.
Now with the Team of the Week, cue the Hall of Fame music. At point guard for this week, we've got Ja Morant as he busts the fucking Lakers ass this week. And at the 2, we got Mr. Splash Man, Steph Curry. He goes off for 45, 10 rebounds, 8 of 13 shooting from the field. Paul George had a couple games this week that I could have put on here, but this one was the one that stuck out to me. 41 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. Great game. At power forward, we got Mr. Greek Freak Giannis Antetokounmpo at 30 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and a block. cool thing about Giannis and Ja Morant is this is their second time being on it, so I didn't really have to edit this picture too much. Nah, 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 nah. I don't know what I'm doing, man. And at center, we've got Miles Turner. 40-pointer, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Great game for Miles Turner. Career high. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this edition of the You Know Ball NBA show. Make sure you guys send it to a friend. Tell them there's a message at the end of the video. And the message at the end of the video is, you suck at basketball, my boy. You just wasted 15-20 minutes watching this video. And the person that sent you this wants you to know you suck dick at basketball, bro. He's giving you 30 every time. Simple. Make sure you guys leave a like, sub, hit the bell. And yeah, man, that's all I got for today. Peace.